All right, folks. Round two. You have the choice. We'll play first. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're going to mull this. I'm going to be sure to take Borborygmos out between rounds. I got too excited for the Mythic, but yeah, he's just too expensive. So, and yeah, I don't think this is worth keeping. I want to make sure we can make plays here. This hand's much better, so. We get to go Goblin and a Slaughterhorn. And at least we have both of our colors, so. This will do. Hat'll do, pig. Hat'll do. So that would let us play Homing Lightning, but I think I'm still going to bottom that. I'm just a little more excited to get some other things to do. The lands will come. Alright. Pit fight. Yeah, Throw Parasite's good. I think I'm going to eat that with my Slaughterhorn plus Pit Fight. When I get the opportunity, of course. Alright, we have been intimidated. Alright, Scarred Guildmage is a good draw. So, let's get in with the Goblin. And so I can play the Guildmage or I can play the Slaughterhorn. The Slaughterhorn makes better use of mana. It attacks for more, but then I lose the Blood Rush. I think I'm still kind of wanting to play the Slaughterhorn here. So I'm going to. Like I said, we lose on the Blood Rush, but I don't know. I feel like it's still worth it. Another Extort deck. I see. We opened like all Extort rares, didn't we? We opened Alms, or did we get past Alms Beast? Maybe we got past Alms Beast, but we did open, or we got past High Priest too? I can't remember which ones we opened versus which ones we passed, but we just saw a lot of Orzhov. Okay. Alright. Alright. It's a good draw. I mean, it's not the second red source for Homing Lightning, but that's alright. So let's get in there. I think we're going to get in there with just the Slaughterhorn. Because I don't want to trade a Goblin for a Shadow Ally Denizen. And I'll definitely take this 2 for 1. Alright, well, let's let him pay for the Extort. Okay, so this becomes a 2 for 2 if I pit fight now. Although, no, I guess we can just trade the Yeah, alright, this is fine. So we'll trade the Goblin and the pit fight for a Shielded Passage and a Thrall Parasite, and we'll kill the Shadow Ally Denizen. Which I guess is fine. It's better than trading the Slaughterhorn. And this is actually pretty awesome for us, because now we get Scarred Guildmage and we can start bashing in for 9 next turn, which is just a ton of damage. So even though we're technically out of action, we've got Guildmage to keep us busy with our mana. Alright, maybe not. So we lost a couple lands, which would have let us cast Homing Lightning. But that's all right. A little bit awkward. All right. Okay. I guess it's acceptable. All right. Pretty awkward. So, can't really attack now, because between the extra damage from our opponent's Enforcer, as well as the Extort, it seems like it's going to be tough to keep up with. So I guess we can swing with the Charger and then play the Viper. And hope our opponent doesn't have removal. The dilemma now is we kind of have to deal damage. Because our opponent's just going to win off Extort. But if our opponent has a removal spell in those remaining 3 cards, we're in pretty big trouble. It's a dilemma. It is quite the dilemma. Because we certainly can't afford to take 6 points of damage either. I guess we just have to play the Viper and pass. I think we have to assume our opponent's probably got another removal spell in there, so we're going to have to play this the patient way, unfortunately. Yeah, we're getting extorted pretty badly here. And at this point, it looks like we probably have to kill the medic. Otherwise, the indestructibility is going to get us. Well, that's awkward too. A lot of awkwardness here, unfortunately. I mean, I could have attacked with Charger and maybe they blocked with the medic. But they can afford to take the damage, so yeah, we're in pretty serious trouble now, so I got to come up with a good game plan. I guess we attack with the Viper because our opponent's just going to attack with everything anyway. I could attack with the Charger too, actually. Yeah, I guess we do. I mean, the Charger could have blocked the indestructible Enforcer, I guess, but now I feel like we have to attempt to race if possible. Yeah, that could have been a bad attack, but I guess now we can strike back for what, 4, 6, 8, 9. So we could draw something that could kill our opponent, like another Slaughterhorn or something. If I'd left back the Charger, I could have blocked the Enforcer. We still would have taken 6 points of damage rather than 9. Alright. It's quite bad. So, take entirely too much damage here. Alright, so Homing Lightning the medic, I guess. We're still going to end up dying to that Assault Griffin, though, aren't we? Well, I guess we can kill the Assault Griffin. Yeah. I'm going to do it on their turn. They could have another shielded passage or something, but I'm still going to do it on their turn. But we basically have to deal with everything our opponent's got here. Yep, Debtor's Pulpit is very good. It's going to let them get lethal next turn. I could bring in Naturalize for it. I'm not sure if that's worth it. Well, Hellkite Tyrant. Hellkite Tyrant's not bad here. Too bad it doesn't steal enchantments, right? Alright, so we'll play this and pass. So at least Pulpit's going to have to keep our Tyrant locked down, but we still got to deal with this Extort. So Mugging would help. Oh boy. Yeah, that's probably going to be the end of us. I mean, at least it can't attack for the Frontline Medic Battalion, but... Alright, that is... I think gonna do it. Alright. So we're gonna dump Borborygmos. I'm trying to think if I want to go down to 16 lands if I do dump Borborygmos. It's not a bad idea, actually. I'm not going to go through the motions. They just have to tap one of my guys and they can kill us. They might not do it, but I don't have a way to win now, so... Not when they're that far along. So let's dump the Borborygmos. What does this kill on my opponent's... Alright, so it kills Assault Griffin at least. They probably have more than that, too. I was kind of hoping to not play Orzhov into Orzhov. I thought we would just get the Orzhov match out of the way. But no such luck. Alright, so Borborygmos is gone. Active Treason seems better against this deck because he actually has like 3 power guys. So maybe I just bring in a second Active Treason. And maybe we do just keep 17 lands. But the Flood can be real. We do have the Guild Mages as good mana sinks. Not a ton else, though. Cinder Elemental. So we have like 3 mana sinks. I guess that's not terrible. Our curve is relatively low, though. I guess the question is, do I have something worth bringing in? It would be like a second Gruul Charm. Which probably isn't worth it. Let's just run it like this, I think. Just bring in another Active Treason, see if that helps. Alright. I guess our opponent did show us some 1/1s, though, didn't they? Yeah, that's awkward. Well, I guess an 8-drop is just more awkward. Alright, we'll play first. Yeah. We'll keep it. We need lands, but this hand gets a lot better with any land, so it's worth it. And Wasteland Viper Pit Fight can do something. got the land we wanted. So now we're on fast track to damage here. So the question is, do we play the Slaughterhorn or the Warmine Infantry next turn? The Slaughterhorn can be used as a combat trick, but it attacks for more damage than the Warmine Infantry. So I think I want to do that. But then again, if I play the Warmine Infantry, I can Active Treason too. If they have Orzhov Charm here, they take more from the Warmine Infantry, right? I believe it's toughness. We'll play the infantry. All right. Ah, key rune. Well, that's amazing for us. So now we're just going to push through all sorts of damage. I guess not this turn, but coming up very shortly. Wait, 5, 8, 10. We can get in for 11? That's pretty good, but not quite worth it yet. What's cool is what's cool is we can attack with everything, and then when this becomes 4 power, you can pit fight the key rune if he activates it, and he'll only have, well, the thing is he would have another white man up. He'd have, that's tough. It makes it a little more difficult. The key rune is pretty versatile defensively, because you can activate it and you still have access to that white mana. 1,000 lashes. Okay. That's actually alright. We can use it as a pit fight enabler. All the active treasons. Well, that's awkward. So Xertos Wine would let us get in for what, 5, 7, 8 damage? We might just want to do that with the double active treason. Because I think we're just going to try and win off Act here. I just want to play something big. Opponent's deck is sweet, by the way. Lot of removal. Good defensive stuff. Oh, man. Corpse Blockade's a bummer. I guess we can pit fight it with the Viper. Opponent can still activate Key Rune. And they have 4 cards in hand. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A lot of awkwardness here, which I don't like. So let's just attack with the Viper. Because my opponent has 4 cards in hand, 3 mana up, so if they have removal for this Viper, I want to be able to pit fight. Because they could have Shielded Passage, too. Double Active Treason with Corpse Blockade is one of the more awkward things I've seen. Alright, well, this will work at least, so That worked pretty well. So pit fight the blockade. But once again, the problem we're going to run into here is not having battalion and our opponent having the lifelink. So this could cause some problems. No, if I had attacked with the infantry, though, my opponent could have activated the key rune. I'd love him to play something big, but that's just not happening. I mean, maybe double act of treason will get us the victory here at some point. It's possible. Man. Should I have gone back to 16 lands? I don't want to think about it too much, but it's kind of the impression I'm getting now. I just feel like this is going to get removed and then they're going to lifelink, which means we're in some serious trouble. But maybe not. Maybe we'll get lucky. No play. All right. Just need them to either tap out or play something so we can steal all their things. I kind of feel like we got to go for it here, don't we? Yeah, this is a complicated board state here. I have a feeling we're going to have to deal with some removal. The question is, are we still going to be able to kill our opponent past the removal? So, I mean, currently, okay. I'm not going to use Slaughterhorn here because now feels like the time we go for the removal. Well, the good news is we can do the Slaughterhorn on their own guy, so if they have removal, they're going to kill their own guy. All right. Pretty fortunate there, to be honest. I was pretty worried. Our opponent's deck is loaded with removal. Just loaded. So multiple ways to get lifelink. I guess that makes Skullcrack a little bit better. The active treason does get a lot worse when you're dealing with Key Rune, you're dealing with Corpse Blockade, you're dealing with 1/1s. it's a problem because I could bring in Naturalize. Okay, so Naturalize deals with 1,000 lashes, Debtor's Pulpit, Orzhov Keyrune. You know what? That's enough gasoline alone where it's enough. It kills enough things where I think that's just going to have to do it. And we'll dump one of our active treasons. Skullcrack stops the lifelink aspect of Extort, Keyrune, some other things. I'm not 100% on how much I love it otherwise, though. I guess we'll leave one act, and we'll bring in a Naturalize. I don't want to bring in 2 Naturalize. That seems excessive. And I don't think I want the Skullcrack. All right, let's do this. Yeah, this is a good hand. Stays busy, deals with certain things. I mean, the Keyrune being able to get destroyed is pretty important for us. Guess I could have gone back to 16 lands. Syndic. Alright. I guess if our opponent attacks with Syndic, I'd probably take it. I don't really want to trade a Disciple for like a Shielded Passage or something. Playing the infantry because it can block the Syndic. Okay. Basilica Guard. So we can attack into that now, which is nice. We have to use the Slaughterhorn, but it's probably worth it. Gruul Charm. Alright. Yeah, I'd much rather play the Slaughterhorn, but... Alright, well, the fact that they're taking it's good news, I guess. Extort's going to be a problem. Extort's always a problem. No attacks. With a bunch of mana up. Alright, that strikes me as removal. Well, Homing Lightning is helpful here. Okay, alright, yeah. I think we're going to get smited, but that's alright. Alright, so I think we're going to use Homing Lightning here. We can let them pay the Extort. They did have all the one-drop goodies they needed there. So we'll kill the Syndic. We get to keep our Slaughterhorn. And we'll still be able to attack into the Basilica Guard. But Naturalize doesn't look so sexy here. Gruul Charm doesn't look so sexy here. Just want my opponent to play like a Debtor's Pulpit or 1,000 Lashes so I can use this Naturalize. We know of at least 3 cards in our opponent's deck that Naturalize can affect, so I'd like to see one of them. Yeah, I guess that's technically works too. If our opponent has another removal spell, they can get us pretty good here, though. But we're going to go for it. So we'll get rid of the Death's Approach. Alright, good. They didn't have another removal spell, which is great news. So we can get in. Still dealing some damage. No blocks is fantastic for us there. Opponent definitely should have blocked. Even if they were worried about Blood Rush, I think you gotta block there. Maybe not. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. No, Death Pact Angel. So when it dies, create a 1/1 white and black cleric creature. It has 6, which my opponent has. Sack it, return a card. Jeez. Yeah, Death Pact Angel is pretty nasty. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Active treason it, I guess. Alright, we're in some trouble now. The Mythic is going to do it. I mean, I can attack with it doesn't do us any good, sadly. Like, I can kill Death Pact Angel, my opponent just gets it right back. Jeez. This is going to be tough. We can do this, but we got to draw pretty hot. Yeah, alright, well, I said we can do this, and there's no way we can do this now. Yeah, mugging. I wish that did something. Alright, we just got annihilated. I can't even take out the Death Pact Angel now to get rid of the lifelink. I like how I use Naturalize on the least exciting enchantment in my opponent's deck. That's funny. Alright, we're just super dead. I wish I could do something. There's no creatures of flying can't attack, right? Yeah. Alright. Got pwned by the Mythic. Alright. Well, it was a cool match. Hope you enjoyed the deck. I thought it played well. I think I should have played 16 lands. That's just my bread and butter. I know it's not even probably super statistically significant or anything, but it's the number I feel comfortable at most of the time. That just 1 or 2 extra lands just really does mean the world of difference when you're trying to beat down. So trying to mitigate that the best you can just really does make a difference, in my opinion. I'm sure people could argue once again that there really is not that much of a statistical difference between 16 and 17 lands. But, I mean, if flooding is what's going to cause you to lose, why not do everything in your power to help mitigate that, you know? That's what I think. All right. We'll see you soon, folks. Thanks for tuning in.